Welcome to your Fall Asleep to the Wish Fulfilled. This is a sleep talk down meditation. And as we know now that the best time to imagine your dream life is in that theta brainwave state between wake and sleep, where your mind is in that in-between state. We can bypass the left analytical brain and really program the subconscious mind to the reality you prefer. So as you do this meditation, you're going to want to do it before a nap or before you go to sleep at night, or even if you wake up in the middle of the night and can't sleep. This will be a beautiful meditation to help yourself fall back asleep. So get completely comfortable. Rearrange your body. Maybe you've had an eye mask on. Prepare yourself to go into the dream space, the magical world of sleep. And before we begin, set your intention, your sankalpa, your I am statement of who you are awakening to, the truth of who you are. Maybe it's I am in union, or I am prosperous, I am living my purpose. Maybe even an I am happy, content, joyful. Set that sankalpa. And then really make an intention of what it is you're calling in. Maybe a dream partner, a new house, just know that this meditation comes from the Neville Goddard Fall Asleep to the Wish Fulfilled idea, where he would fall asleep to the vision of the reality he preferred. He would go to sleep in his house in New York as if he were in Barbados, and magically and effortlessly he got a ticket on a ship and landed in his hometown in Barbados out of nowhere. So as you relax and you release, just allow whatever thoughts to arise. Don't fight them. If they go off track, that's okay. Just let whatever needs to come up, come up. Acknowledge maybe even doubts or random thoughts. Don't fight them, just let them float to the surface, thank them, and then release them to the light. And then starting at the top of your head, just imagine a wave of relaxation moving through your body and around your body. And you breathe in and out of the top of your head. And everywhere your breath goes, relaxes and releases your body. Breathe in and out of your ears. Your jaw, and this wave of relaxation moves over your shoulders and down your arms, and you breathe in and out of your hands. As your vagus nerve opens up, maybe you need to take a deeper breath and sigh it out. And you breathe in and out of your diaphragm, your lower belly, and your hips relax and you release. And you let go of any gripping on the root, your glutes. Maybe you might notice one of your thighs are tighter than the other. Just let that go as you breathe in and out of your legs. And in and out of your feet. And by now, this beautiful, soothing, golden or blue light is moving down your entire body and continues working on relaxing your body. This energy of relaxation just keeps moving through your body and around your body. And there's nothing you need to do. There's no right or wrong way to do this. As you relax and you release, your body pulls in the groundedness of the earth. Like a magnet, it grounds and relaxes. And like a magnet, it pulls in the love of the divine. So you're grounded and being absorbed by love. And as you relax and you release, remember one magical thing that happened today. Even if it's that you had your favorite meal, or that now you're laying in your bed, or maybe you got a magical phone call. What went right today? One thing that went right. And then trace your day of all the things that went right. This will get easier as you go and get in the habit of tracing all the things you were grateful for today. Take a moment. What were you grateful for and what went right? And now notice how comfortable your bed is and how good it feels to let your body relax and you let go of the day. As your body continues to magnetize the groundedness of Mother Earth and the light of the sun and the moon and consciousness. And continue watching your breath, but don't try to change it. And the point of this is to fall asleep to the wish fulfilled. So when you fall asleep, that means your subconscious mind will be programmed with everything I say and all the dreams of your soul. Your most exalted reality will begin to form as you sleep. So now imagine what it is that you wish. If you wish for a beloved, feel their hand in yours. Feel their body next to yours. Really feel it, imagine it, create it. Or if you wish to be in another country or state, put yourself in that space. The weather, the feeling. Or if you're manifesting a dream job, put yourself there. Whatever it is that you are manifesting tonight. Like a kid playing in their imagination and daydreaming, create it so that it's real in this present moment. Fall asleep in that reality. So create the reality for a moment. What if all of it were true? How would you feel? Really feel it in your body. And in this reality, in this world, notice with your eyes closed, they're so heavy you can't even open them. And continue in this imaginary, beautiful, creative state. But notice your body's getting so tired. And in this dream world, you've been playing and loving so hard that you're so ready for sleep. And it's so easy to fall into such a beautiful dream space. Where the veil is thin. And you have such connection to the divine. And as you relax and release every part of your body, sighs, the breath of the goddess, and your subconscious mind absorbs all of this dream. And the subconscious mind is always trying to validate itself. So we'll start looking for opportunities, people, places, and things to bring this world into fruition. And you relax and you release and you receive, and your whole body opens up to all that your soul dreamed for you. As the groundedness of the earth pulls into your body and the light of the divine moves through your body. Your DNA is arranging itself to this reality. Your energy field is being attuned to this reality. This knowing, this gnosis. And your brain waves slow down from alpha to low alpha to theta, in that liminal space of wake and sleep. The portal between worlds. And again, you feel and see and sense this dream. What does it feel like? Who are you in this world? As your breath deepens, the walls of your rooms are infused with the songs of the angels. And the skin of your body is blessed with the love of all that is. And you are so held. And you are so loved. And you have all of your guides praying for you. And you're open to the signs and the synchronicity that lead you to this world. And it's so easy. And you notice the more relaxed you are, the more lucky you are. And you deserve the wildest dreams of your 5-year-old self to come true. And the prayer and the gratitude of your 80-year-old self looking back on this life and the miracles that occurred. You are a living miracle. As you relax and you release and you start to drift and float and drift into sleep, feel the frequency of this wish fulfilled. What vibration and world does it reside in? You don't need to know with your left brain, it's a feeling. So take an inhale and an exhale, match the frequency of that. And be the frequency. And vibrate to the song of this creation. Feel your beloved. Live your truth. Sing your song. Relish in your dream house. You are the living embodiment of prosperity. You are the walking essence of love. The fact that you exist is enough. And your dreams are becoming a reality. And you attract all that's magical to you. Every time you smile, a miracle occurs. Every time you say thank you, there's an alignment shift to an even better reality. And every single moment is a new reality. A new reality, a new reality. Every single moment is a new reality. Now's a new reality. Your dreams are a new reality. When you wake up in the morning, you will be in a completely new reality. A magical world. A beautiful life. Full of love and grace and gratitude and freedom. And you and God are one. You're part of the wholeness of all that is. This is your dream. Your play. Your divine Leela. Your cosmic creation. As you fall asleep to the wish fulfilled, your beloved is doing the same. As you dream of that person dreams of you. The job you're looking for is looking for you. Your audience, the clients, are dreaming of someone to guide them or offer them your art, your gift, your song. And you being 100% you, following your bliss, your greatest excitement, your north node, your north star, you easily and effortlessly move toward that. There's nothing you need to do. Just relax and you receive, and the angels are rearranging your life in the most divine order. Because you are so loved, and you are so deeply held, and you are the prayer of the goddess herself. You are the dream of creation. And this dream life, this wish already exists. And the sleepier you get, and the more relaxed you are, the more you experience this reality shift. But if you're still awake, it means there's quantum jumps happening inside you. Photonic light moving, rearranging things inside and out. So wherever you are, asleep or awake, is exactly where you need to be. But remember your dream. Feel it in your body. Imagine yourself in your dream room with your dream beloved, or enlightened like the wisest sage. Maybe your dream is to have downloads and key codes and know the secrets of the universe. So open up to that. Call in your guides, your angels, and the best way to connect is just to say hello and think about them. And whatever you think of, you become the frequency of that. Be it your dream life, your partner, or a guide or an angel or the Divine Mother herself. Without resistance, you think of them with love, and you're attuned to the information of that world. So allow yourself to dance in the harmonic realm where everything is frequency, sound, and vibration. And at this moment, what does your soul want you to know? As you sleep, the angels are guiding you, giving you hints, and keys, and highlights and synchronicities on your path to make it so much easier to move in the direction of your soul. And you'll notice tomorrow that ideas will burst forth, and the dreams you have will give you information to guide you on the next steps on your path. But as you fall asleep to this wish fulfilled, know that it's already so. It's already done. And the entire universe is conspiring for you. Everything that happens is leading you to that moment. And it's not what happens, it's how you respond to what happens. So if you trust that every single thing on your path is guiding you home, you relax and you release and you receive the life your soul dreamed of. And you align with your destiny. And your destiny is here. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in accordance to the symphony of the entire universe, that everything that's happening is supposed to be happening. And you surrender and you receive and you know that your wish is already fulfilled. Your command is honored. And every part of your body magnetizes that life to you. So continue to fall asleep to the wish fulfilled, knowing you're whole and you are always holy. And you are full of liquid light. And you are the frequency of love. You and God are one. And your red and white blood cells magnetize the truth to you. And your subconscious mind remembers everything I've said. And your body vibrates to this perfect health, beautiful wealth, and the love of the divine through you. And you start to notice everything that goes right. And you're in gratitude to even the simple things. Remembering what a gift each breath is. All the nourishment of your food. And the beauty of the trees and the ocean and the seas and the grass and the leaves and the sky and the clouds. It's like a veil's pulled off over your eyes and you see everything like it's the first time. Every time you see a tree, you see it fresh and new. And the laughter of a child inspires creativity in you. Your whole body rests in gratitude. And your heart opens to allow. And you remember you are the dream of the goddess, the breath of God. You are the light and the love of creation. And you deserve all the good things and a life of peace and freedom and sovereignty and prosperity. That's the truth of who you are. Everything else is an illusion. And you soften and you relax and you remember the wish fulfilled. Feel it. Soften into it. There's nothing you need to do. Just allow and receive and believe. Where are you? Who are you with? And remember, the only reason you want anything is because you think it'll make you feel good. So you feel good now. You feel the joy, the abundance, the grace, the ease, right here and right now. And the molecules of the universe start to dance in that sacred dance, rearranging the holographic universe to you. And you remember the wish fulfilled. You are the wish fulfilled. A long, long ago, the goddess dreamed of a being that would carry her coats and sing her song and love the way you do and create the way you dream. You are the divine's wish fulfilled. You are the dreamer that dreamed, the lover of the beloved, the creator and the created, and you and God are one. As you relax and you release and you receive and you fall asleep to the wish fulfilled.